First off, I just want to get your thoughts on actually, being here in Chicago and getting a chance to take part in this.
It's a tremendous honor. Just to be picked from your school to come here to represent the University of Iowa is great, and I do it with pride.
How would you describe just how this past year's gone for you? Just from, this time a year ago, you're still getting acclimated to everything, and people didn't really know who you were, and then you suddenly just kind of burst on the scene.
From this point last year, I was kind of under the radar, like you said. I wasn't expected to do much. Nobody knew of me, but I knew of myself, and I knew what I was capable of. So when I got my opportunity, I took advantage of it, and I just tried to do the best from when I got in.
What would you say was, I guess, the one thing that you had to pick up on right away?
Distribute it to my teammates. I think trying to find where they're good at it, where they're able to play well. I think that was probably the biggest thing I had to jump on.
When you do look back on last season, just how it went, what was your kind of assessment? What were the things that you were hoping to work on during the offseason?
My assessment was that we probably should have had a better record. We had a few close wins. We had stretches where we couldn't score necessarily, but I think the difference between this year and last year is though we'll have least amount of stretches like that.
One thing that Coach McCaffrey's been talking about is just how there isn't as much learning that has to go on this year. How critical is that in terms of you guys making those strides?
That's very critical. I think last year it was all our first year together, and we have the system in for the second year, so we pretty much know, so we're able to pick up things quicker and move on to more stuff. One thing Coach said was we didn't even have over half of our stuff in last year, so we had a lot of stuff in, so that just let us know where we should be.
Do you feel that maybe made it easier for you to make the transition, just knowing that everybody else is kind of in a similar boat as far as trying to learn the system and pick up on things?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we all going into it together, so it just makes us one team and one family, knowing that we all together here for the first time. We all got to depend on each other and all count on each other.
How has it been for you? Like, I don't know how often you've gotten a chance to go back home, but what are people, like family, close friends, what have they been saying about your experience in Iowa? And how
they want to be a part of it. They're fully supportive of me, and I just try to represent them when I'm out here.
Just how's it been? Like, have you noticed people maybe watching more of your games?
Yeah, they always ask me for schedules, shirts or something. They just always trying to be involved, so it's pretty exciting though to know that in the city of Compton, people are looking up to you.
How often are your parents able to make it out for games?
They make it whenever they can. I know they came to Wisconsin and Minnesota, and my dad even came to more, so they'll be probably at senior night this year and a few more games this year. You'll see them in attendance.
What are your personal expectations for yourself this year?
My personal expectations is to lead the Big Ten in assists and up my scoring average and lead us to win more wins.
How do you feel you stack up against some of the other point guards in this conference?
I think I stack up pretty well. I know when I'm on the court, I feel like nobody can get more assists than me. I know that for sure, but I feel like I'm right at the top with them, honestly.
What do you feel maybe gives you that confidence?
Just doing what I did last year individually in a short amount of time.
And what are some of the roles that you've kind of taken on this year? Because I know after the Michigan State game in the tournament, one of the things you said to me was you're a senior. You already had described yourself as a senior now, and it's one of those things that you felt you needed immediately.
Yeah, true. I learned that from my high school coach. After the year end, that's over. And like you said, I'm a senior now, and I have to lead my troops in the battle.
How have the practices been going here?
They've been going well. I think we've been coming along pretty well.
Just what are some of the things that you've kind of noticed right away that makes you feel that this is going to be a better year for you?
I notice how we have more weapons and everybody is able to score, so I think you can't just key on one particular individual.
Have you noticed anybody in particular that's maybe made strides faster than you thought they would at this point, or has maybe kind of caught you by surprise as far as how productive they've been in practice?
Gabe Olsini.
How so?
Just with his athleticism and is able to constantly run up and down the court, keeping defensive players honest.
What do you feel that that's going to do, especially if he is able to, get out there right away and provide?
I think that'll be key. I think that's another body we can throw in there, and he's gonna. If nobody sticks him, he's gonna get wide open layups because he's running to the basket. And he's been working on his shots, and his shots have shown tremendous improvement as well.
How has Devin Archie looked at the 5? I know he's been playing a lot there now with Andrew being out.
He's been looking good. He has the key thing for him is being healthy. And if I think we have a healthy Devin Archie, we can make some more strides as well.
What have you noticed with Eric May? Because friends talked about him being a guy that's really made an enormous amount of strides from back in the spring to now.
He's been working just on his game, his all package, dribbling, shooting. He's trying to make an impact in the Big Ten this year, and that's what we need from him.
How about Matt?
Matt is Matt. He's gonna stay in the gym regardless. That's him, and he's been on top of his game too.
My last question here: how far can this team go, in your opinion?
Honestly, as far as our mistakes let it, I think if we don't beat ourselves, we can go pretty far. But I think when we hit adversity, like in a game, like that'll tell us a lot. Like how could we score? How could we get stops? And I think that's when you'll be able to tell a lot about us.